It is official, everybody. My name is Michael, and today we're discussing about Sam Bankman Fried. Today is the 28th, the day we've been long awaiting for his sentencing, and the verdict has arrived. He's going to serve 25 years in prison. Now, with good behavior, which essentially means you don't do anything to warrant any additional punishments, such as, hey, you're using contraband or speaking with other prisoners on topics that you shouldn't be, and you end up in the hole. Basically, you don't do anything that would go against the jail's policy, or in this case, the prison's policies, and you're learning and showing the guards and the parole board you're doing a great job. Well, you're eligible for 54 days off of your 365-day sentence, and then multiply that by how many years you're going to be serving. So in this case, he's gotten 25 years, meaning he will be eligible, if with good behavior, everything is agreeable, for release after just 21 years, and I think it was a little over 3 months. It was like 21.3 years, 0.30, whatever it is, the amount of days. And it's like 1,045 or 1,054, something like that. Crazy, 21 years from now. So let's say, a couple months, late summer, 21 years from late summer. And he's going to be in his 50s when he gets out of prison. And that's if he's released on good behavior. Which, judging by the fact that he, maybe he might change, but judging by the fact that the verdict partially was because of his behavior leading up to the sentencing, we don't know. And I thoroughly believe that he would have received a lower sentence had he had he cooperated, of course. Had he taken a plea deal, he'd be serving probably what he wanted, the 6 years, maybe less, maybe more. We're going to see what happens with the rest of the gang. The next sentencing will be soon there's going to be 4 executives from FTX that are going to be sentenced. But in terms of his overall behavior, he did multiple things to make the judge very upset. So the judge went right between what the prosecutor wanted and what they wanted, sort of in the middle, maybe not right between, closer to the prosecutor. The prosecutor wanted 40 to 50 years. They wanted 6 years, while he got 25. So that is that with Sam Bankman Fried. He is starting his first day in prison now, and I believe there might be time served as well for the fact that he has been in jail and whatnot, but still, 21 years, 25 years, if not good behavior. That's a long time. So let's go into the details. So SBF was facing up to 100 years in prison, 25 with good behavior, 21, and a fraction is a lot better than 100. Now, the lawyers are still able to appeal, so there still exists a possibility it could be lower, although at this point it's probably going to settle. There was mainly the issue was with Alameda Research, the secret backdoor that SBF was able to take billions of dollars out and use that for trades that didn't go as expected without the client's knowledge. And then the worst part of it was just lying all throughout, lying to the clients, lying to the judge, lying on the stand, lying everywhere, and having no remorse led to this sentence. The judge, Mr. Kaplan, has described SBF's claim that victims will be paid back in full as misleading and logically flawed. Quote unquote, a thief who takes his loot to Las Vegas and successfully bets the stolen money is not entitled to a discount on the sentence by using his Las Vegas winnings to pay back what he stole. It took just 5.5 hours for the jury to come back and convict him of 2 counts of fraud and 5 of conspiracy. That was last November. And the rest of the executives made plea deals, and those plea deals helped them and went against SBF because they testified against him. So with that, it is official. He's starting today. So Judge Kaplan said he lied on the witness stand when he insisted he had no knowledge of customer funds being used this way, as in Alameda Research making risky bets without their knowledge. And prosecutors wanted 40 to 50 years to deter other white-collar crimes. A harsh punishment would protect other organizations and other civilians from similar crimes. Maybe. Probably not, but, prosecution will do what they're doing because that's their job, to recommend the highest amount. His lawyers will recommend the lowest amount, and the judge chose in between. In addition to that, the FTX CEO also committed witness tampering and perjury based on the testimony over usage of the funds. So in total, the 25 years is amounted to from 240 months and 60 months for the 240 for the 5 charges and 60 months for the other 2 charges of which he was convicted of. He was the first person from FTX and Alameda Research to face prison time. If we go back in events, the judge revoked his bail, which was the largest bail the world has seen, $250 million, and that was based on the perjury during the trial over FTX user funds. He acknowledged Bankman Fried's social awkwardness, but said, based on former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison's testimony, he knew he was at fault, but he wasn't going to admit a single thing, and that killed it. Punishment must fit the seriousness of the crime, and this was a serious crime. Judge Kaplan stopped with every single one. When not lying, Bankman Fried was evasive, hair-splitting, trying to get the prosecutors to rephrase questions for him. I've been doing this job for close for 30 years. I've never seen a performance like that. He made the judge upset. He got 25 years. He certainly could have gotten below 10 years had he made the judge a little happier, had he went with the plea deal. You know, he did everything the wrong way. So U.S. Marshals brought him out, and they took him back, and he was reportedly wearing very light brown clothes, which is the uniform of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. There he has stayed since the judge revoked his bail. And also further, the judge has stated, I reject the defense's argument about loss, both on the law and on facts. The assertion that customers and creditors will be paid in full is misleading. Defendants equate loss with dollar volume in the bankruptcy case. A fortuitous run-up in the value of some cryptocurrencies bears no relation to the gravity of the crimes that were committed. Before the sentencing, SBF said he was sorry about what happened at every stage. He claimed that FTX would have survived if it hadn't been shut down. In his final statement, his attorneys portrayed him as a misunderstood genius. Quote unquote, Sam was not a ruthless financial serial killer. He wasn't predatory. He makes decisions with math in his head, not malice in his heart. One of the people testifying against SBF was Sunil Kavuri. He was a UK national who flew in from London. He was there, and he testified that he had suffered for 2 whole years after the collapse of FTX. Kavuri addressed the court on behalf of other victims who were not able to make it in, and he pushed back against the narrative that the loss was zero. If Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried thought mathematics justified it, he'd do it again, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Nicholas Roos. He added that there was no acceptance of responsibility from Sam Bankman-Fried. So the 4 individuals that are facing time is Gary Wang, Caroline Ellison, Nishad Singh, and Ryan Salami. All those 4 individuals are executives from FTX and Alameda, and all 4 of them have pleaded against SBF. Salami was the former co-CEO of FTX Digital Markets. He was the only one of the 4. Now, not all of them have testified at the trial. Salami was the only one who didn't. He will be the next one to face sentencing on the 1st of May. That is that. What are your thoughts? Let me know. And hopefully you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Bitcoin's almost at $71,000. The markets are reacting well. The halving is in 3 weeks. Let's do this. You have a good rest of your day. That is the end of the SBF saga. Yeah, we will hear about the other executives, but at this point, everyone was waiting, and we were all curious. What is interesting and what's on my mind is this is a man who will clearly be impacted by the fact that he won't have access to the internet and the computer in prison. And I'm curious to see where he will be 22 years from now, or 25, 26 years from now. The world will be such a changed place that, think about it, this is somebody who is on the cutting edge of technology, and it will be such a shock for him to come out when AI has taken over the world and robots and Terminator and whatnot, but it is going to be interesting. So with that, thanks for watching and have a great, wonderful rest of this beautiful day. You have a good one. Take care.